Hi, hello, and welcome to Quantum Healing Hands Tarot. Today, I wanted to find out all about who is sending you negative energy. So if you don't feel like you're getting any negative energy, this may not be the reading for you, but this is specifically for people who have been feeling that, that eye of jealousy, that negative energy. If you've been feeling extra lethargic for no reason, moody for no reason, somebody may be sending you negative energy. So if you feel like that's you, this is your reading. So if you already know which one you want just from looking, you can go ahead and click the timestamp down in the description box. If you need a little bit more help, let's get into some breathing. All right, so I like to start with 3 deep breaths. All right, so now that we're nice and relaxed, we can look at our piles. So I have 3 piles today. In the first one, we have the Tiger's Eye. I shouldn't be naming them because I don't know what the other 2 are, but so in the first one, we have the Halloween deck and the Tiger's Eye. In the second pile, we have the Friends deck with one of my favorite stones. Yes, the back of my cards are ripped. And then in pile 3, I have the Spirit Song deck and this gorgeous green rock. So, if you already know which one you want, there's the little chapters already created. The technique I use, if you need a little bit more help, is I close my eyes and I ask my intuition which pile to select. And very commonly, I'll see a number come forward in my mind's eye as if I was like staring at a light and I closed my eyes and that shape is still there. So that's the technique I use. Always just go with, your instinct, which is honestly your first answer. So once you do that, I will see you over in that pile. Hi, pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, who is sending you negative energy? We're going to find out all about that and kind of the situation that's going on. So, you chose the Tiger's Eye. I'll put that off to the side with my little butterfly glitter. He's cute. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the piles. So I'm going to do a simple, the energy of you, the energy of them, and the energy between you guys. So this is you, them, and the energy between you guys. All right, so reading your energy up front. So with the Sun card, I'm getting that you're a really lucky person. You're kind of like, God's always looking down on you. The goodness is always coming to you. I know you've kind of been in this place where things haven't probably been moving in the direction or at the speed you've wanted to, but you have all the right ideas and you have all the support. I do feel like there has been some sort of stagnant energy on moving forward and how to obtain things. Because the energy I'm seeing over here from them is, this is somebody who does not know how to move on. This is somebody who is really, really angry and closed off in their own energy. Like, they are constantly wanting to fight and not knowing even why. it's not, not in the way of like the Five of Swords, but like they feel like they know what they're doing. They feel like they know exactly why they're doing what they're doing, but their life isn't progressing. Like they are really struggling to move on. And so this would definitely be the person who's sending you this negative energy. I feel like this is somebody who you've been going around and round with, like constantly. You're trying, you've given this person so many chances, and I'm sure they're angry. I'm sure they're wanting more than anything for your life to stand still, and kind of getting you caught up in your emotions and making you feel like you don't know where you're going. And so I feel like this is something you've been trying to get away from for a very long time. And they have been really holding on. Like they've got a grip that it's impressive. It's a strong grip. But their grip is based in like hate and darkness, and your existence is all about light and love, and the darkness can never swallow the light. Just think about it. If there's a light bulb on, no like lack of light can, do you know what I'm saying? Like darkness can't wash out light. Light will always wash out darkness. And so I see that strongly between you two. You're somebody who, no matter what, is always knowing where they're going, always knows how to celebrate the small wins. And so I do see that there is a kind of blockage, and this person's it. They are so overburdened. They've burdened themselves, truthfully. They have this sort of like perfectionist, like they just think they're better than you, and you don't even care about them, which obviously annoys them even more. But it's like no matter what they send to you, it's always looping back around and going back to them. Like you've moved on, and you have so much protection. Like that's what I like about this card, is like I just see all the protection that the sleeping trolls have. Like they are not stressed, they are not worried about whatever negative energy is being sent towards them. You are not stressed about this person. I think you're more stressed about the things of, look at her. That's the Queen of Wands reversed, which, that's a lack of progress, a lack of ability to manifest. And it's nice. It's like you exist in this world where you have a lot of peace and happiness, but I feel like there's a piece of the pie that you're not able to fully create yet. And so you've just been thinking of how to, and like you're dreaming constantly of like, how do I create this new life that I want? And this person has just been over here sending you, I don't think they know it. I think this is just that kind of energy when someone is thinking about somebody else, they're tapping into you. So it's super important to keep, a barrier up, protect yourself. Curious who this person was. I'm getting, it feels kind of like an old friend. Like a friend that was like even maybe an old lover or a best friend, or just somebody who you really, really were committed to. I feel like this was at certain points a super good time. But there just was a lack of respect, and I know that you walked away from them. And I do not think that makes them very happy. They have kind of turned into skin and bones. Like, I see, like, you are nice and well fed and happy. Like, this person is deteriorating. This person is falling apart. And I wonder if that's because they're sending out so much negative energy, and you are the wrong person to send that energy to. You're protected and have never had a problem succeeding. This person kind of limits themselves and stops themselves. Like, they're fighting themselves. They are not listening to their intuition. They put way too much on their plate. They're such a perfectionist that they could have Scorpio energy. You could have Leo energy. Which those two energies, when they come together, can either be like the best of friends or the most like vicious fighters. So I don't think they know they're sending you negative energy consciously. I think it's just their inability to move on. They're really, really hung up on everything that happened. Like, they're kind of constantly putting emotion into the memories of you two. Like, you two were like this. And it's like the moth here, like, one of you has moved on. And they're trying so hard to keep it alive. Yeah. And I don't think they're doing this out loud. I think this is something they're doing very quietly. Like, I'm seeing the little mouse or rat there. Like the vulture, like they could be watching you through your social media, which we give so much access to people of the world. But I have a feeling they know how to like keep everything of theirs like super locked down in private, Scorpio. They have a very interesting energy, a very like, it's like this forced smile I'm seeing of like, no, I'm so happy. Look how happy I am. But I do not feel like they are happy. The Tudor Rose here is all about secrets. So like there is something that they're, and the secret is what they're watering the memories of you two. Yeah, this is something I don't think they even know. I think this is just created their whole life. I think every day of their life, they are constantly fighting themselves. But and making it out to be like, what? I'm just trying to be the best person I can be. And it's like, I think you just don't like yourself. You are such a driven person that all they want is to send you that energy to stop you from succeeding. Like, you guys were really good friends. Like, I'm seeing the two jacks here, like, and because they're kind of opposite, like one's about the mind, one's about the heart. I'll look at these a little closer. Yeah, they look at you. You are super like, you're more focused on your heart and kind of the future and your passions. And look, they are looking over their shoulder and so just conniving. They do not want good for you. And but you have such a beautiful energy to you. Like the Three of Hearts here, yeah, you guys were definitely friends before. So this is an old friend who maybe you really trusted and you really thought you guys were good together. And again, I don't even think they are smart enough or talented enough to consciously send you this negative energy. Maybe they are. Like this staff in their hand is making me think of the figure 8 over the magician's head. So I stand corrected. I think this person actually is, that's how good they are, is even I just was like, maybe they're not. And I'm like, wait a second, pay attention to the signs. They are sending you negative energy that they are trying to do in secret. And like, I feel like they don't tell anybody about this. It's just kind of a daily little boop, boop, sending you negative energy, just a couple droplets. Wow, that's really powerful. They are mad. Even though the King of Cups is not really anything to do about mad, it's just like that card is so angry to me. And they're kind of like I know the King of Hearts card, not even just like the King of Cups, but it's, you know, the Suicide King. I'd rather kill myself before I'd ever let you kill me. I have a feeling in my mind they are like, I walked away from you. You did not walk away from me. And you're like, I don't care. Guess what? I'm not around you. My life is fantastic. I get to chill and enjoy my life. Like, you probably have, definitely, you've replaced this friend, no doubt. You have, yeah, I think, oh, I have a quantum healing code. That's gonna be what we're gonna use to like get rid of this. All right. So this code is to tighten your aura against attack and protection. And it's you're getting protection from Archangel Michael. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, they work like the placebo effect. If you believe in it, it works. So the universe we live in is basically made up of math and numbers. So when you write down these codes, it basically activates that aspect of life. It's like a cheat code in a video game. So that is what I'm bringing to you today as some help, a tool, a spiritual tool to protect yourself. Because literally at first I didn't even think they were doing this intentionally. But then as I was really reading it further and further, I'm like, oh, this person is just that sneaky. They are that secretive. And I feel like you walked away a long time ago. And it's probably kind of shocking. Ooh, yeah. Do you see the pumpkin? They're coming to you in your dreams. And they are trying to infiltrate you there. I just saw like a little recipe. Oh, I think I do remember it. It's a bottle of, oh, I hope it's right. I think it was vinegar, amethyst stone, and pine needles. And if you keep that by your bed, like in a little jar, it's supposed to keep you protected while you're sleeping. So, ooh, that's a little extra little tip, because they're coming to you in your sleep. And I don't really feel like, yeah, it's just this weird negative energy that is kind of causing you to maybe not sleep as well. Maybe start drinking something like chamomile tea before bed. I'm getting that energy of like, it's not just about helping you fall asleep, but it's, I think, even some like protective properties to it. I don't know that. I'll look into that, but that's just what I'm getting. So, oh yeah, this energy between you guys is I see why you walked away. This was not somebody who is kind and warm, but you probably thought you were a friend. Like, look at you. You walked away. You sacrificed so much for this person. I feel like you gave up one of your eyes for them. And look, they won't even show you that they use it. Ooh, that's crazy. You gave them something big. And they taught you a lot too. But I think it is more about the way you think, your mental frame. And it's not even because they were like, let me teach you a lesson. But it was more, they really didn't treat you right. And so now you know. Now you can recognize it and you see it immediately. But this person is not going anywhere. This person's not creating the life that they think they want, because I think they're so focused on this stupid drama and crap. Like, they're not taking care of themselves. They are not healthy. I think they're feeding into the wrong energy. So, write down that code. Find a little healthy, protective thing you can do for when you sleep, because I think that's going to be very, very helpful for you. So, all right, pile 1. I think that's where we're going to leave it today. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to give you some sort of message. So this is kind of going to be a part 2. There's going to be a 2-parter to this. This is my blackberry one. If you hadn't noticed, the blackberries are growing wild here. If you've made it to this far in the video, let me know what fruits grow wild in your area. So if you like this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been an absolute honor. Every day my channel is growing, and thank you so much for all your comments and sharing your experiences with me. So I hope to see you in future readings. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we're going to find out who this person is that is sending you negative energy. This is going to be the first of a 2-parter. This one is the blackberries. As you see, I got my blackberries here from my garden. So the reason why I thought of who's sending you negative energy is because, man, blackberries have some of the sharpest thorns ever. So that's going to be that. The raspberries, even though they're kind of tartar, there's no sharp spikes or nothing. So we have both of those here. Let me know down below in the comments what fruit grows wild in your area. But let's get into some seriousness. Who is this person? So you chose, this is one of my favorite stones. It showed up in, after I'd gotten it, it showed up in one of my dreams. And so ever since then, I just always thought it was supposed to be really significant. So I don't even remember what it was for, what it does, but I do love it. Reminds me of like a slug. So I'm going to do a simple 3-card pull with, more details about them, but the energy of you, the energy of them, and the energy between you guys. All right, so pile 2, what I'm seeing with your energy coming up here is, even though through whatever happened between you and this person, a lot changed in your life. A lot really completely flipped over, but you were able to recover really well. Maybe not financially. Maybe that was like a really hard hit. But I know, I see that you've had a lot of support, like a lot of charitable help. Maybe like, I am, the Lover's reverse here. Like this may be an X just up front, because I'm just getting that like you have a lot of support for after maybe you had to move out of your apartment. And so here you are with the, Nine of Wands. So like you've really had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. And I think you're kind of just like, where do I go next? So you are in a really tough spot. I do see it's not like you have no money, but I see, or what actually this is like, even though, yeah, you may have lost a lot of money, but you have just become so rich in life with opportunities. So your life may be in that phase right now where you feel like nothing is going right, but it's going to. This person over here, I see they're not going anywhere, which is funny because they think they're going somewhere. You're kind of the opposite of like, you think your life's going nowhere, and it is. They think their life, I said that right? You think your life isn't going anywhere, and it is. And they think their life is going somewhere, and it's not. They have really kind of, I hear, screwed the pooch on this one. Like, they really have overthought everything and have kind of ruined all relationships around them because they don't know how to treat people or talk to people. Like, they have overthought this so much, and they think everyone's against them and trying to attack them, and they're like, this is all on my shoulders. I can see why this energy did not work. So they're sending you like daggers aplenty. They are not happy that you feel like you didn't have to put up with them. This is such a somebody who's really trying to impose their will on you, trying to constantly control you, and again makes you feel like they know what they're doing over you. Like they know how to take care of a home and invest it in the bills properly. Like, I feel like there may have been like financial issues there. Obviously that is kind of coming up. So the energy between you guys is, let me see. I feel like this person never wanted to fully commit to you, even though you guys lived together. It was probably that thing of like, maybe they started off by just like cheating, and then it was like, okay, what? I need this freedom. So maybe you started to kind of do that, and nothing made the relationship better. Everything just kind of like I see you like staying late up at night and stressed and worried about where this person's at, where they're going, and it created a total prison for you. So this was, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it was constantly like the heart and the mind. Like, do I stay? Do I go? And this person probably really tried to make you feel like you couldn't go anywhere or do anything without them. So like, fuck that person. They don't have anything. They swing around their, big old shtick thinking that they can control people with a louder voice, and that's like not what's up. You have such a much more like gentle, quiet spirit of just like, can I just go peacefully? So this person is sending just those thoughts of like, kind of one of those people who's like, I don't wish you well. And it's like, okay, cool. Can I go now? Like, there was a lot of lies and cover-ups of what was going on. And I'm sure you were wanting to leave, and then they kind of were like, just go. Why don't you just get out? And you're like, okay, thanks. So I feel like they really played with your head a lot of like, oh no, I want to work on this relationship. What are you talking about? But then when you weren't willing to like change your standards and how you wanted to be treated, it was just over from there. So I think you were kind of done with the sleepless nights, done with the not knowing. Like, your mind can make up more horrible things than even what's probably happening. It wasn't even about that. This was just about the lack of respect. There's so no healthy connection here. Maybe it was like really passionate, and I am seeing that was a possibility. That, maybe they made you feel like you were at home, and maybe at first it felt like you were able to take care of them in the way of just like, like you're cooking them food and they're like, wow, no one's ever cooked me food before. Something small like that. And it's like, you guys had something that started, but this was not for the real world. This was not meant to go anywhere. This was literally a relationship that was just supposed to teach you about yourself. This was all about you elevating and you growing. This was all about you figuring out where you want to go, what direction, and how to handle things when things kind of like get too tough. I think this was something that you were secretly wishing for. Like maybe you wrote it down once in a diary and you're just kind of like, I just want to be free. I just want to be free, like a Disney princess. But yeah, I'm very, very curious because like this luxury card here, I'm seeing like the tower, like it's very Disney princess, like stuck up in a tower, and you have this prince who everyone thinks is so handsome and, fearless and brave and helping the world and doing good, and you're like, well, they don't do good for me. And you have escaped and you've gotten out, and they are not happy because this is somebody who really wants to like cover up the truth. They don't like to be called out. They like to do what they want to do, and no one say anything. And maybe you did that for a really long time. Maybe you didn't say anything. But eventually you kind of realized, like, what about me? I take care of you. I feed you. And I think you've realized how far they've gone. Like, maybe they weren't even that successful when you guys started. And you really helped this person build up their empire. And it's like, when you first got together, it was, a single story building. And as you encouraged them, the building grew, but they kept putting you higher and higher up and further away from society. And eventually they were like, you know what, you just stay up here. You don't go anywhere. We'll just have everything ordered in. We'll have a butler. We'll take care of you. Just you don't go anywhere. It's very like Elvis Presley and like energy, where he was very controlling over Priscilla. And, again, like everyone thought he was like this super handsome, amazing singer. Everyone would love to be with him, but he was very, very controlling over his wife, who he met when she was 14. So there's just a very interesting energy here, and you have been able to move on. I feel like you kind of had to walk away from everything, though. You had to walk away from everything you had kind of work towards, but I don't think you wanted any of it. Everything would have reminded you of this person. So it's like, again, what you really gained was value and truth. So you may be having to kind of start over, but in 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, holy crap, oh my God, I'm so glad I left. Because in 5 years from now, your life is going to just be so much better. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm bringing you a quantum healing code today. This is to help tighten your aura against attack from this individual. It is protection from Archangel Michael. If you don't know what a quantum healing code is, they work like the placebo effect. If you believe in them, they work. The universe we live in is made up of math and numbers. So basically, when you write down this code, it's like activating that part of life, kind of like a cheat code in a video game. So that will help your aura kind of tighten, go in a little bit more, and protect you. This person is throwing sharp, sharp energy at you. I really think that code's going to help. I think you're doing everything right. I don't think there's anything like nefarious going on. There's no witchcraft. There's nothing like that. It's just this person is angry but only because you called him out and you made the truth, you brought the truth to the light, that they weren't treating you good, that they weren't doing good for you. And that's hard. I think originally when it all started, I'm sure there was a really good love there. I'm sure it was really beautiful, passionate. But I have a feeling like they kind of lost their way through the work and over time. The money, for sure. And I'm sure that made it harder for you to walk away, of like, when you had everything you needed, they made sure you were comfortable and well taken care of. This was like supposed to be your perfect home and your perfect life. I don't even feel like you guys got married. I feel like they were trying to offer you like an alternative. Like, what? We don't have to get married. I give you all this. And then you are entitled to nothing. Everything that you helped this person build. And even if that was just creating more strength in who they are, unfortunately, they are now stronger than ever. You're exhausted, and the relationship is no more. It's okay. They're lying to themselves. This is somebody who didn't work on themselves before gaining all this like goodness in life, which I always say is it's so important to really learn who you are and become a better person before you get all you've ever wished for. Because when you get what you wished for before you've developed who you are, you're going to totally squander it, and it's going to just create we see it all the time. We see it all the time. People who never worked on themselves, and they just became rich and famous, and all of a sudden they have freedom to talk to people however they want. No one's going to tell them no. It's delusional. So pile 2, that's where we're going to leave it today. I'm going to have up my raspberry reading in 3 more days, and that one will be about a little bit more positive. So this was this for today. Pile 2, thank you so much for being here. If you like this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. I'll let me know that the reading resonated, and if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. Every time I get a new subscriber and get to see your guys' comments, it just makes my job all worth it. So I hope to see you in future readings, and have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this is a kind of 2-part reading, more just in the way of like, one's going to be a little bit more rough. This is about who is sending you negative energy. The other one will be a little bit more positive. So I'm just recording them on the same date, TBH. So let's go ahead and get started. You chose the gorgeous green and yellow rock. Oh my God, like, I love knowing that you can just polish stones you find. They don't have to be like diamond kind of looking, what is that, quartz looking stones. So, all right, I'm doing a simple, you energy, their energy, the energy between you. So let's find out who is sending you negative energy. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. So in your energy over here, strength reverse is just kind of when you've been struggling with kind of believing in yourself, kind of your willpower moving forward. And I do see that with the Four of Cups here as well. This is a very like melancholy, like humdrum, kind of not able to look at the brighter side right now. I think there's something going on over here. I feel like you've been doing really well in the public eye, but I feel like what it's done is kind of, and that may be a really over dramatized word of like the public eye, but just to the world, I feel like everyone has thought you've been doing really well. So you kind of being bummed out right now and feeling like left out and just not doing well, it's kind of probably really confusing to people. People probably don't understand what this energy is. Like, you have always been somebody who has been self-confident and knows exactly what they're doing. And when they have a dream and a vision, they go after it. This is probably pretty hard for people to be like, what is going on with them? And it's like, you are feeling really, you're struggling from, I think this person is sending you negative energy. And I think it's kind of leaking into ways you didn't even know. It's like you are leaving yourself open and vulnerable because you're sad about maybe something that didn't work out. Because the love card is here, I'm just going to have to kind of go with the obvious of this definitely is a lover, an ex-lover. But what's funny is I'm seeing that the breakup happened because this person didn't believe in themselves. This person is a prisoner to their own mind and really feels kind of the need to be taken care of and wants everyone to do everything for them, doesn't move really quickly, kind of moves on when things aren't working for them. Like, I just got this energy of someone who's like, oh, it's not working for me. Mom, come fix this for me. And I feel like it just wasn't the vibe. It wasn't the relationship for you. And this person really kind of, I think, like, oh, look, yeah, the 8 and then the 1, 7. I feel like this person took your energy and kind of split it apart, like smashed you down as much as they could and really tried to figure out what you were and who you were, and took that energy and understood it. I feel like this person is very wise is not the word and clever is not the word, but I want to say kind of like a little weasel, like somebody who knows how to figure stuff out, but it's not in a positive way. They are constantly trying to find what's going to work for them and only them, because I don't think they know how to invest. Yeah, so let's see. With the love card here, this to me is the cup that's being handed out in the 4 of Cups. You know, you're over here bummed about the 3 cups that have spilt over. I'm curious, like, I'm not getting the vibe of like a breakup though. That's what's interesting. I just think there's kind of a weakening happening here. Because I think there's a new opportunity for you guys. But this person is kind of and okay, let's say you're like, no thank you. This person has a lot of growing to do. They have a lot of soul searching to do. They have a lot of independence that they need to find and discover. So I'm not quite sure how your relationship is, but it is saying that, like, if there is a time that you're taking a break, like, I feel like there may be a separation right now. The home may not be, happy and healthy in the way you would want it to be. But I feel like this is providing you with that new opportunity that if you could just like lift your eyes up and kind of listen to what's going on around you, I think you'll see whatever this new opportunity is for you. But how are they sending you negative energy? They're sending you negative energy, I feel like, literally in just with words. Like, this is somebody who does it. It's almost like an emotional abuse. It's not frank and direct. It's actually very indirect energy. It's very like, wow, I mean, I would have gotten to practice on time if you didn't, if you didn't lose the keys, something like that. And so you've just been kind of taking it for a long time. And it's like, I feel like you've been getting weaker and weaker. And you're wondering if this is something to even continue to invest in, if this is something that you just kind of need to recalibrate for yourself. Because I think it's this energy over here of like trying to decipher between your ego and your intuition. Like, your intuition is the first thing that's coming to you. So let's say you are asking yourself like, oh, should I leave this person? And the first instinctual answer is yes. Or let's just, even for funsies, say, let's say you ask yourself, should I leave this person? And your instinct is like, no. And then all of a sudden you have your ego coming in and being like, but they aren't really, good for you. And, what about you? Aren't you going to grow? What about the betterment of yourself, mom? Sorry, that slipped out of like, kind of the mocking of what this person is doing. That's so funny that came out. Yeah, I feel like you are with this person, but it's kind of this energy right now of like, what are you guys going to do? Is this person going to kind of pull themselves up by their bootstraps? I feel like there is a cup being handed to you right now. This one right here is being handed to you from the clouds. The universe is saying there's something that is, you're being distracted by this craziness over here. You are strong. You're an elephant. You are steady. You know yourself. And you do not forget all the things this person has said to you that they're probably like, what? I've never said that. Moving on. And the thing is, I believe them. I don't think, what I mean is, I believe that they believe they didn't say anything to you. This person kind of doesn't remember a lot. I think they have themselves under some mental stress of just like, they put a lot of pressure on themselves, obviously. And it's kind of that thing of, they kind of keep running away, trying to think that like, oh no, this project wasn't the one. It's the next one. Then the next one's gonna be the one. And I think it's just worn you down over the years. 'Cause you're needing a break. Things aren't moving forward. And this happy, harmonious family may not feel like a happy, harmonious family. But there is an opportunity here between you guys that is saying something can change for you. Something can change between you two. I think this person has some serious maturity to go through, and you have a lot of spiritual healing to go through. What I'm seeing though between you guys is a really big like family. Like, your guys' family comes together and everyone is kind of one big enmeshment. And so that could be where a huge struggle is also, of like, this is not something you can just walk away from. I keep getting, the Four of Cups always reminds me of like that back home energy. And so this is, it has that kind of like, you've known this person for a while. It has that energy of like, you've known this person for a long time. And I think you've just kind of worn down. Oh, I was mentioning the family because I feel like it's very public. I feel like everyone can see what's going on between you guys, and like maybe you guys host the parties that everyone comes to. So it's like, I feel like you kind of just want that peace and quiet. It's gonna take a little bit more than just like going on a trip together. Like at first I was like, well, maybe go on a little vacation and do some new canoodling, but it's like there kind of has to be like a come to Jesus meeting of like, we need to sit down because I'm not leaving you, but I need some things to change. And so I think by being vocal about that, because that is kind of that energy of what's being sent to you, is like verbal abuse, things that are making you doubt who you are and doubt your strength, when really it's like this person just has a lot of issues. You may love them, sure. I get a lot less of like a loving relationship, but still a very, it's like very marriage, not like passionate love. So you can change that. I think this just needs time and growth. So I'm going to give you a quantum healing code. It is to strengthen your aura against attack. Any energy that is negative being sent towards you. It is protection from Archangel Michael. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, they work like the placebo effect. If you believe in them, they work. They basically, the universe we live in is mental. It's made up of numbers. And so when you write down this code, it kind of activates this part of life, like a cheat code in like a video game. Seriously. And so write down this code. I think your aura, that was definitely the energy I'm getting here with the 8 strength reversed, is you're having kind of a weakened aura. Like you are being so much more easily subjected to this person's words and crap. And I feel like you don't even need to believe them. You know who you are. So I think you can really stick up for yourself. I believe in you. I think there's a new opportunity here. And it's kind of one of those things of like, don't be afraid of a hard conversation, because they honestly bring the change that is necessary. I promise you that. So pile 3, that's where I'm going to leave it. I really hope you were able to find something that resonated. If you did, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. And if you love the message, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been an absolute honor growing and just getting to see how you guys are resonating with my messages. Thank you for all the comments, and just I hope to see you in future readings. Have a great day. Bye.